So one thing that we focus on in the paper is different ways to measure corporate social performance. And the measure that we use in this paper is corporate social performance on three different dimensions. One is philanthropic performance. So this is how does the company contribute to society beyond what is legally required. Ethical legal performance is doing what is right. And economic performance is performing well so the organization is sustainable and viable and can provide jobs. So this is the baseline. And organizations that do well on corporate social performance do well on all three of these measures. Now, our hypothesis is that big data utilization leads to corporate social performance when organizations learn. And organizations learn in three different ways. One is in innovations in business practices. So this is changing business models, adapting to new strategies. Another is innovation in workplace organization. This is changing how people are hired, who to hire. And the last is innovation in external relations. And this is innovating in the way that the organization interacts with suppliers or with buyers and the entire supply chain. So big data can help in all three of these by providing information for the organization to learn and improve performance. Now, what we do find, which is interesting, is that for all types of corporate social performance, so whether it's philanthropic, ethical, legal, or economic, innovation in business best practices improves corporate social performance because of big data. And we find the same is true for innovation in external relations. So you can imagine that organizations that use big data get better at improving their strategies, at changing their business models. They also get better at interacting and working with suppliers, with buyers, with consumers. So this could include things like getting more data on what people are buying, on how they're using products that can be recycled. But one thing that big data does not help when it comes to increasing corporate social performance is it doesn't help in innovations in workplace organizing. So big data is, in our study anyway, not so good at helping organize the workplace. So hiring the right people, training the right people. We find that big data here doesn't have the same effects that it has in the other two dimensions. So the conclusion then is that big data does help firms get better in corporate social performance, so in solving these big challenges, by helping them change strategies and working with suppliers and buyers, but not in organizing the workplace.
In this study, we tried to understand that how and whether big data impacts also on the ethical aspects or the social performance of the firms. I think this is really, really important that there are a lack of understanding of whether big data impacts on social aspects of the firms. And I think in this study, we provided a really, really good understanding of that big data is not only a way to enhance the general or the economic performance in the firms. However, it could also enable firms to increase and enhance the social aspects, which is really, really important in these days.